BTS News Today. Today, HYBE issued a surprising statement about BTS's Jungkook and the group's future as a whole. One of the main issues is speculation that BTS will not be making a comeback in 2025, as previously promised. HYBE is said to be starting to reduce its dependence on BTS and strive to develop independently, without relying too much on the group that has taken them to the heights of success. In addition, fans were also angered by HYBE's decision to seemingly exclude Jungkook and Taeyong from the 10th anniversary celebration plan of HYBE Era, the most beautiful moment in life. This raises a big question in ARMY circles about whether HYBE is steering BTS down a different path than they expected. Another rumor circulating is the possibility that BTS will not renew its contract with HYBE, which is further reinforced by the various measures that the agency has taken in recent times. Many fans began calling for BTS to leave HYBE for their own freedom. The ARMY's reaction to this statement was very mixed, with many expressing their anger and disappointment on social media. This situation makes BTS's future under HYBE even more questionable. The K-pop entertainment industry was surprised again with an official statement from HYBE relating to BTS's Jungkook. This statement caused not only a stir among fans, but it also sparked widespread speculation regarding BTS's future as a group. Is this the beginning of BTS's breakup with HYBE? Will Jungkook take a different path than the other members? This article will thoroughly explore all the details and implications of HYBE's statement, as well as the reactions that appear on various platforms. HYBE's statement released today surprised many, especially the fans of BTS ARMY. In the statement, HYBE seems to be trying to reduce their dependence on BTS and began to build an independent path for the company. However, even more surprising is the news that in celebration of the 10th anniversary of the HYBE Era, the most beautiful moment in life, HYBE seems to exclude Jungkook and Taeyong from their plans. This immediately raises big questions among fans. Did HYBE start directing BTS on a different path? Recently, there has been speculation that BTS may not renew their contract with HYBE. This latest statement further reinforces these allegations. Many ARMY stated that HYBE no longer puts BTS as a top priority and prefer to focus on other artists. If BTS does not renew its contract, it will be one of the biggest events in the history of the K-pop industry. BTS is the backbone of HYBE, and many believe that without them, HYBE will not be as big a company as it is now. Jungkook is one of BTS's most active members individually. With the success of his solo album Golden and various other solo projects, many wondered if HYBE wanted to encourage Jungkook to focus more on his solo career over group activities. Some fans support this possibility, on the grounds that Jungkook has great potential for success as a solo artist. However, many also feared that HYBE's statement could be the beginning of a split within the group. HYBE has long been known as a fast-growing company thanks to the success of BTS. However, with more and more steps showing their desire to reduce dependence on BTS, the big question arises: can HYBE survive without BTS? Some fans and industry experts believe that HYBE is preparing for the possible loss of BTS by building new groups and expanding their business outside of K-pop. However, many also feel that HYBE will have a hard time losing BTS because it was this group that brought them to the top. It is not surprising that HYBE's statement sparked great anger among the ARMY. Social media was immediately inundated with comments from fans who felt that HYBE has ignored BTS and no longer appreciates their contributions. Some of the comments that appear on Twitter and discussion forums include, "HYBE has lost her mind. They wouldn't be able to survive without BTS. Jungkook and Taeyong weren't at HYBE's celebration? This is so absurd. If BTS doesn't renew the contract, I will support them, not HYBE." Many fans also called for BTS to leave HYBE and form their own agency, a move that has been made by several other major groups in the K-pop industry. If BTS really decides not to renew their contract, this will be a historic moment for the K-pop industry. Many believe that BTS is already strong enough to stand alone without HYBE, especially with a very loyal global fan base. The possibilities that could happen if BTS leaves HYBE. As some K-pop groups have done before. BTS can form their own agency and manage their careers without the interference of big companies. BTS may be able to sign with another agency that offers greater freedom and better support. Some members may prefer to focus on their solo projects rather than continuing as a group. HYBE's statements about Jungkook and BTS have rocked the K-pop industry and sparked much speculation about the group's future. With more and more signs that HYBE wants to reduce their dependence on BTS, as well as the possibility of BTS not renewing their contract, the future of this group is still a big mystery point. One thing is for sure: BTS fans will continue to support them, no matter what decision they make. Does this mean BTS will leave HYBE and start a new era as independent artists? Only time can answer. One of the biggest questions that arose after HYBE's statement was, will BTS stay together as a group? With various signs indicating that HYBE is shifting their focus to other artists and starting to reduce BTS's role in their business strategy, there is a good chance that BTS could choose to separate from this agency. If BTS chooses to leave HYBE, there are several scenarios that could happen. Several major K-pop groups have previously left their agencies and formed their own companies. Examples are HYBE, formerly known as Beast, and GOT7, which each formed an independent agency after their contract expired. If BTS chose the same path, they would have full control over their careers without HYBE's intervention. Another option is for BTS to sign with another major agency, such as SM Entertainment, JYP Entertainment, or YG Entertainment. However, given BTS's history and philosophy of wanting to remain independent, this scenario seems less likely. BTS is an individually strong group. Jungkook, for example, has proven himself as a soloist with the successful album Golden. Taeyong, Jimin, Suga, RM, and other members have also shown their talents in various fields, from music to art. If BTS chooses to focus on their solo career, most likely they will still be successful, although the fans certainly hope they stick together. Aside from the fan reaction, HYBE's statement also caught the attention of industry analysts and the media. Some opinions that arise from various sources are as follows. Forbes Korea mentions that HYBE may be designing a new business strategy to ensure the continuity of their company without relying too much on BTS. This step is considered an effort to create a new artist who can replace BTS's position in the future. The Korea Times argues that if BTS really leaves HYBE, then these agencies will lose their greatest asset. They also highlighted how other groups formed by HYBE have not been able to reach BTS's level of success. Dispatch Korea highlights how HYBE's decision to exclude Jungkook and Taeyong from HYYH's celebration. This could be an indication of an ongoing internal split within BTS and HYBE's management. Jungkook is one of BTS' most successful members as a solo artist, with achievements such as Golden becomes the best-selling solo album in K-pop history. Songs like Seven and Standing Next to You top the global charts. Its popularity on platforms like TikTok and Instagram is very high. Jungkook has great potential to continue his career as a soloist. If BTS really comes out of HYBE, Jungkook could 1. Form your own independent label. 2. Work with international labels such as Columbia Records or Universal Music Group. 3. Become an independent artist who continues to collaborate with other BTS members. HYBE's statements about Jungkook and BTS have raised many questions about the group's future. With indications that HYBE is trying to reduce their dependence on BTS, many fans are worried that this could be the beginning of the group's breakup with the agency that has overshadowed them from the very beginning. However, one thing is certain: BTS is a powerful group with tremendous global influence. Whatever happens, ARMY will always support them, both as a group and as a solo artist. As this situation develops, the K-pop world will continue to observe the next steps of BTS and HYBE.